Oh, you chose Sophia and not Jennifer?
I'm sorry. Was I supposed to choose Jennifer?
I was just...
I had Zoe the other day.
Oh, really?
I know all the names of all my Coke Zeros, baby.
Do you ever pick those up and you're like, I wonder what Zoe tastes like?
Yeah.
And we're into it. Welcome to Morning Good. If you haven't noticed, we recently hit 1,000 subscribers. And then we lost it. And then we lost went back
1 subscriber. But I figured that out. I feel like someone said a long time ago, like, yes, like it drops back down, but the fact that you hit it for a moment is like enough. Like,
that's it. We literally hit it and quit it on the 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, we were like, we don't want to stick around. If we don't jump to 1,500.
You know what it's like when you show up to a party and you realize that everyone is not exactly. Oh yeah, we're trying to do a clean episode, right? Is that I think we should clear that up here from the top.
You want it to be clean?
I think we should do a clean episode.
All right.
I even washed my sheets. Well,
wait, bleep that.
Oh wait, maybe we start right now. So that'll be the unclean, and then this from right now, because I didn't say it earlier.
Yes, now we're
Ready?
gonna clean it up.
Welcome
to Morning Good, ladies and gentlemen. That's not a great way to start cleaning it up.
Welcome to Morning Good. News from bed. We always knew this day would come, and we hope you did too. You're doing amazing work, and we couldn't be happier with you. Now go and share this GIF and good news using hashtag 1K Creator. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being our 1,000th subscriber.
Thanks for pushing us there, ladies.
This is the little thing we got here.
What does it say? Banana.
It has smiley.
Bananas
is 1,000.
They know that you're a big fan of the Savannah bananas. Maybe it's personalized.
They do. They also know I've been watching a lot of Mario Kart. And the banana is such a huge feature in Mario Kart.
I went to a cafe just before coming here, and there was like a wet floor sign, but it was shaped like a banana peel, which is odd because the banana peel famously makes you slip.
Right.
But now the thing warning me not to slip has become the biggest hazard on the floor.
Right.
It'd be like warning, don't do drugs, and it's written on a heroin needle.
Right.
Like that's what I use to slip.
Yeah. Or it's like written on your trip.
Yes.
So you're like high and it's like on the walls.
Whoa.
That's what DMT felt like is by the way, are we still clean? I don't know.
I think this is fine. Slipping.
This is clean, right?
John Mulaney, people think is clean, and he talks about a lot of different stuff.
Right.
I think it's an avoiding saying certain words.
Okay.
Or
because I think that is
I don't know, actually.
I think that is a good move because what happens is we do news from bed. It's hilarious, first of all.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's hilarious. And then I go back and edit, and as of late, I've been getting a little swifty. What am I allowed to say here?
Yeah, you can say swifty.
Swifty. You know when you take a flower and you crush it up into little bits and pieces? And then with fire, you ignite that, and it just so happens to trickle into your capillaries. When I do that, and I'm editing news from bed, I listen back, and I'm like, yeah, I got to not call that guy a predator of sexuality. Is that allowed to?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what the kids are okay with, but I'm sure we'll find out. We'll just hold each other accountable.
Exactly.
If you're about to say one of the things you love saying.
Yeah.
We should start a rap group called Bits and Pieces, and I'll be Bits and you be Pieces.
Pieces, yeah, I like that. That's good. Uh-oh, I heard a little... Okay,
I think you double tapped it.
Well, James, I mean...
What's going on, Monkey Socks?
This is... thank you for noticing, first of all. This is the most exciting time in my life because all of my things, my big things I had to do are done.
Like what?
Like I had this wedding I had to go to. I had all of these bills I had to pay. Everything's paid, baby. All right? My flights are all paid. Everything is good. Now it's time for me to finally get a car.
Yes.
You've been driving me everywhere.
Yeah.
Like a saint.
I'm driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah, you are.
That's why I make you wear that big floral hat.
That big bonnet.
Yeah. Oh, James, can we go back through Checkers? Miss Daisy, we just left Checkers.
But I didn't get the
Apple pie.
apple pie. What is Checkers? Do they have like a dessert?
Yeah, I actually have gone to Checkers because they had milkshakes. Looking back on it and having revisited a Checkers milkshake, tastes like glue.
Oh, really?
Tastes like Elmer's glue. Exact same consistency. Clearly, it's like just cold. It's not like ice cream frozen that they churn into a milkshake. It's just like cold, thick glue.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny? When you said it's like Elmer's glue but cold, in my mind, I was like, that seems like it tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
Just some cold glue.
You look like you ate paste in elementary school. You were a paste sniffer?
I was a paste eater for sure.
You did?
I did it out of curiosity because in your head when you go into school, especially at a young age, you're like,
this is gonna suck. I better do something.
I know.
Interesting.
You're like, why do kids eat this paste? Maybe there's a secret to it, you know? And it's the stuff you're using with your hand and you're like smearing butterflies onto like a backyard that you drew.
Yeah.
And you're like, already got it in my hand.
I use my hands for paste. What did you do? You had like a bucket of paste?
Yeah, because it was
You
kind
had
of
like stick glue and like Elmer's in the tube. You had like vats of glue.
Yeah, we had like big.
What is that?
Big cups of paste.
What, New York public school can't fund paintbrushes or something?
No,
what is that?
I think they allowed us to use the paintbrushes and stuff later, but when you're a kid, they're like, they don't even think you can hold like anything.
Right.
Like your hands are basically like dog hands. Pause. But like
Paws, also known as dog hands.
dog hands, yeah. They would give you this big tub of paste and you would scoop some out and just kind of smear it on.
It's really weird.
That's why they put like a big. Did you guys have like sinks in your kindergarten?
Yes.
Yeah, we had a.
But we used to just, when a kid pooped his pants, we just put his ass in the sink.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, not really.
Yeah, that seems like.
And they'd hose him off like a big bowl in a restaurant.
Yeah.
You know those over the top.
Yeah, it's like connected with like a coil.
Every time I touch, like when I'm at any job I've had in the past 5 years, they have like the big coil and you push it to wash the dishes.
Yeah.
Anytime it's like an automatic response. I touch that, and the first thing in my head I go, "Why did I go to college?"
Yeah.
All I'm doing is like washing big bowls.
Yeah, they give you it, and you're like, "Am I supposed to spray a Latino lady with this?"
Well, you're subscribing that to me now. Now you're making like your Latino comments about me.
Yeah. It does give you that feel where you're like, someone walks by and they're like, "We need a number 4. Ah, what are you doing? Oh my God, James, you're so crazy.
Get out of here, Maria. Don't make me play the song.
Yeah, I forgot. So that. We'll just subtract that from the cleanness.
No, well, okay, so we're gonna start being clean now.
Now is the time. Well, there's no better way to kind of lead us into a bit that is clean than James. I think
Does it say Tio Laser in that? Like, does it say Tio?
No, it says uncle.
It says uncle in a
Yeah, it
Spanish
does.
guy's voice?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just curious because, like, you know, Tio in Spanish is uncle.
His uncle, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I put it in just white guy terms, and then it just turned it back.
We could
out.
also name this show White Guy Terms.
We could, yeah. And we have like 4 years where we allow a minority to be a white guy, and be like, "That's your term."
We come down in a bubble in big blue dresses. You better now be a white guy.
Prang.
No!
Oh, where's my 401k?
Wow, I'm so on time to all my appointments. Wow, this new page like Spider-Man discovering his new powers, but it's just like a higher credit score.
Yeah.
Wow, the lady at the convenience store was way nicer to me.
Wow, that cop just smiled in my direction. Never would have expected that.
I might like being Kyle. I used to be Devante, but now I think I might like being Kyle. The other thing they say about Batman is that like he's Batman and Bruce Wayne is like the alter ego he's invented. Like he's just like like in the Michael Keaton ones, they always like highlight that he's just like in the second one. Did you see the Michael Keaton Batman? It's like the 80s one.
No.
The first one's very good. The second one's very weird, but I like it. But there's a scene in it where he's like sitting by a window. Like his introduction is him just kind of like sitting by a window, and then the bat signal goes up, and it's like he just waiting to be. He's like, come on, I want to be Batman now.
That is like the thing where like you go to school and then you tell your friends, you're like, yeah, text me like when we're gonna play video games.
Yes, and then like, you're just waiting.
You just sit in front of like your video games, just wait because you're like you don't want to play them by yourself.
Yeah.
You're like you just wait for them.
In middle school, this kid named Justin. I'm not going to say his last name. I don't know why. I just don't need to.
Pettigrew.
Yes, Justin Pettigrew.
Peter Pettigrew's
We used
nephew.
to ride the bus together, and he left the school after 6th grade. Like, I never saw him again. But the only memory I had of him was one day, we were like, he would like give me his other AirPod or earbud, and he would like show me like rap music. And he like, one day he came in and he's like, I made this for you. He had burnt me a CD. The CD had one song on it. Apple Bottom Jeans. And I remember going home being like, I don't have a CD player. So I put it in my PlayStation 2, which could be a CD player. And I remember like jumping around the room to Apple Bottom Jeans. And then like I would be like at school being like, I can't wait to get home and listen to Apple Bottom Jeans. Boots with the fur.
Snapple Possum Jeans, dude. That's I don't know, dude. That's a beautiful story.
Hey, thanks, Justin Petronas.
Pettigrew.
Dude, that Harry Potter game was on Super Sale. Did you hear anything good about it?
Legacy?
Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy.
I played it. I played a lot of it. Yeah, it's good.
It's fun.
My only gripe is it's an open world, and in like the open world outside of Hogwarts and Hogsmeade, there's like nothing to do.
Really? There's no
like
wandering ghouls?
There's a couple like wandering things, but like for the most part, it's just the same mission over and over and over. It's like you gotta go fight the same 7 bad guys over here and over here and over here.
Yeah.
In the castle area and like any like Hogwarts kind of area, it's great. It's really fun.
Nice.
Yeah, but they
it was like you know, a $50 game, and they were selling it for like $8 to $10.
Yeah.
So I was like, I wonder if I should get that. But instead I bought Borderlands 1, like game of the year, like ported to the PlayStation 4.
I'd imagine that's a better game.
I have a lot of nostalgia for that game.
Yeah.
Me and my buddies have tried to play 2 and 3 and the other ones, and they get so like eye-rollingly like memey. They're like trying to be funnier than they are.
Oh, yeah.
And the first one feels like it is like that. Like there are like stupid jokes and stuff, but it's like it's more like a game where you're like collecting guns and like,
right.
And I had a lot of fun with it, so I was like just starting to play that. I can't. Sometimes I can't get into a new game.
Yeah, I feel like it takes a game that is like kind of new in its own right and not like copy, because we've kind of done like everything.
Yeah,
you know. So like any new shooter, it's like, all right, yeah, you're taking this from Halo, you're taking this from Call of Duty, or like whatever. It's kind of like a mishmash. But have you ever been an Elden Ring guy or
never played
like
Elden Ring? I've tried to play Dark Souls 1, and my buddy John, who's been on News from Bed, he was like, "Oh, that's his favorite game. His favorite game is Dark Souls, and or like maybe like the whole series, or maybe Elden Ring he likes more now. I don't know, but I remember at a time Dark Souls was like John's thing, because it's like it's really hard."
Yes,
because you have to like be good at it. And I'm sure Elden Ring, it's the same company.
Same thing, yeah.
And so he was like, well, when you play, so I bought Dark Souls for the Xbox 360. I have like my old Xbox 360 because I wanted to play it like I was like playing it at the time.
Yeah.
And so I put it in, and he's like, call me when you play it. And I call him, audio, no video. And he is describing exactly every step of what I need to do and where I need to go. He was like, so you're looking at a bridge right now. And I'm like, you remember every second of this game. He's like, so you want to get this weapon early. You want to get the katana. So go do this and then dodge out of the way. The guy's going to go. Like, there was like a moment moment where he was like he can't see the screen, and he was like, "You're gonna get hit," and then I got hit, and he's like, "So back up, back up." Like it was like as if he was like, I was like, "Use my eyes, John. Guide me." Well, I always thought that'd be a fun video series. Like John tries to teach me how to be good at Dark Souls, like a very hard game.
That would be fun.
Because I'm bad at video games. You know?
He also needs to teach me how to have enough patience to play Disco Elysium.
Because that might be his favorite.
That's was like favorite. To me, that was a reading simulator. I'm not good at like taking little bits of information and like keeping them in my brain.
Okay.
I like to just look at like colors and stuff.
See, it's like a book.
It is like a book.
It's like a big, thick book that you're experiencing and walking around. That's what I liked about it. By the end of it, I was like, that counts as a book. But all the voices, so when they put that game out, no voice acting in it. They updated it later and all the voices. And I was playing it and I was like, I can't imagine sitting here reading all
my
this.
God, the whole, and the voice acting is so good.
That's what makes the game.
The Asian guy who's like, why don't you just take a minute? Detective, you have vomited all over your penis.
Hey, clean.
Well, penis is clinical.
Don't say it again.
I had...
First of all, you ate glue. Second of all, you're saying the P word.
I had cousins of mine. I'll just say that.
A dozen?
A dozen. I actually have more than a dozen cousins. Isn't that cool?
I guess.
We're like the planktons.
Yeah.
Root beer.
You guys all like move in waves.
Yeah.
You can make like fists with your bodies.
Yeah, we can like take the roof off. But I had like a bunch of cousins who kind of grew up in a different family like style. Like in my family, you were not allowed to say penis. You weren't allowed. We were not allowed to say it.
Why would that come up? Were you guys just dying to say penis all the time?
Well, it was like we wouldn't even
for a family
glance in that direction at like anybody, you know.
Fair. And did you come up with little cute names for penis, like pee pee?
Yes, pee pee.
Your ding ding.
But it was like even that. It's like don't even talk about it. Don't talk about anything that could be used for any kind of reproductive purpose.
Okay.
You know, no fallopian tube. No
candles.
No moonlight. None of it.
No jazz.
No jazz.
Anything in this town.
That
everything
remotely
sexual has been eliminated.
Exactly. Anything that could even trickle its way down to sex.
Footloose, but it's for sex. Like no one can have sex in this town. You've seen Footloose? You know the
butt loose.
Butt loose. Belt loose.
Belt loose is good.
Because it works for the ladies, too. Yeah. Butt loose is crazy. That's like a town of all gay guys. Banned sex. Like, no, that would never happen.
Yeah. Unless, like, they need... You know how, like, during COVID, when they stopped all the driving, it, like, saved the carbon footprint?
Yes.
What if they made gay sex illegal? So it, like, collectively just, like, tightened everyone's butt? like nature reclaimed.
Yes.
But yeah,
stop having gay sex. Yeah, like God blesses us more. Yeah, so like things just generally get better.
Yeah.
What if like Trump came out and he was like, weird news. This is my Trump impression. Guys, I got weird news.
This is weird, you guys.
So the Ukraine and Israeli wars and all tension in the Middle East will go away if all gay men stop having sex for a week.
And then the Muslims are like, that's what we've been saying,
come
brother.
On.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing all this.
Yeah.
We want you guys. And so it would be like really funny to see. That would be like a funny premise for a movie is if like aliens came down and they were like, we will stop your wars and save the planet if all gay people can stop having sex for 1 week.
Yeah.
The government would like detain them.
I don't think it
like in individual cells. There would be no chance. Like we'd have to.
It's weird because like sex is the one thing that like I can go 8 years without.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Some people can't go. Some people can't go like
30 minutes.
30 minutes. And it's I don't know. It's one of but like my relatives would say like penis. You know, they would always refer to something as like penis. Like, Mom, I got punched right in the penis. Like, you know when like kids say that? Yeah. And it's like they learned this word and they're trying to shoehorn the universe into that word.
Yes. Because it gets a mild, like, subtextual reaction from everyone. Like,
yes,
you say penis,
yeah.
It's like, why are you saying penis?
Why is that child saying penis? Yeah. But I always thought that was like a very funny kind of like taboo that was in my family.
That is funny.
It's funnier than other taboos related to families, you know? But James, I have a big announcement because like I think I am about to be the owner of a blue PT Cruiser.
Dude, that car looks like your head.
Doesn't it look like me?
Are you for real going to try and buy this thing?
James?
What are you doing? It's a convertible PT Cruiser, dude.
I know it's
Oh, PT Bruiser, by the way. Sorry. Sorry.
Punch buggy.
Yeah, and by the way, penis.
I know it looks girl. Here's the thing.
It doesn't look girly. It looks strange. It's just a really strange idea for how a car should look.
It's like a hearse with downs. But this one has a retractable roof. I guess the remote doesn't work, so you have to like do it manually. But James, listen to this. A 2006
Pre-Obama.
80,000 miles PT Cruiser I can own for $2,000.
Wow.
I feel like I have to do that.
What's the problem with it? What's the catch? It's a PT Cruiser.
It's a PT Cruiser. That's the issue is I'm driving a PT Cruiser around.
Dude, I think you should definitely do it.
I have to,
Maybe
I think.
get someone to take a look at it, but it looks
I'm going to
in
go
good
take a look,
condition.
I think, next week.
Wow.
It's Jonah works with someone who's selling a PT Cruiser. And
It's
it's
this?
blue. It's the
So it's someone he
same
works
color.
with. So
It's the same thing. It's the same model, same everything.
Was this on Craigslist?
Yeah, this was just on Google. He sent me a
You
photo.
just Googled PT Cruiser.
2000.
Like, James, I'm going to buy this for $2,000.
Yeah.
Like, that's not. It looks like it's in an affluent neighborhood.
He sent me a couple of photos, and it looks just like this. It's just like dustier. You got to wipe the dust off. And like on the inside, there's some seat covers, and there's like some dangling like peace signs. So I know it was like a hippie who used it.
Right.
But you see me? I mean, James, just imagine you and Kendra are getting ready to go out to dinner with me and Christiana Jackson because I've begun this tryst with Christiana.
Yeah, you're trying. That's what this whole podcast is about now: getting Christiana to marry you.
Right
down here.
So I'm like, you see a PT Cruiser, blue PT Cruiser
It's
rolling
like
up.
I see something in the distance and it's a
It's like-
twinkle, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, what the hell is that?
And up pulls me driving a PT Cruiser with Christiana Jackson in the back.
Stereo,
And
and you got those big sunglasses, and they
the
like,
oversized
the
ones.
Oakleys, and then you have like the string on the back that connects them, and your hair's really spiky, and you're wearing
Yeah.
like a flame shirt, and you're like, get in.
Yeah. And you guys are
And I'm like, I can't. Your wife is too big.
I can't fit. But that would be, imagine me romping around town
yeah.
in this.
I'm getting in the bag. You're like, oh, just move my wife's tits wherever. You're just on the
Yeah,
floor.
just shift 'em.
Just put them on the floor.
Just put them in the trunk if you need to. Yeah, don't mind. I got. Oh, sorry, you're tripping on my wife's tits. Sorry about that.
You guys doing all right back there? Yeah, we can lose a little air. I mean, the heat resonating off of these voluptuous melons is a bit intense.
Yeah.
No, I think you should do it. Who cares, dude? When you get a car, this town. Let me tell you, and get the sound effect that I love. Ready? You know the one. I don't know. I don't know. I want you to pick a random one. This town, baby, it's gonna open up for you.
I can't wait, dude.
And I always say that.
Because not only do I need the town to open up for me, but I need
Some pants.
a
to open.
woman to open up for me.
I need some pants.
That kind of
Yeah, that. I mean, I don't know if this will help you get a woman. This actually, you might as well. This is like negative points versus having the car, no car.
Yeah, I think it is because no cards. At least I'm kind of a little bit of a drifter. You know,
Like, James, can I borrow your car? I have
a
a first date tonight.
yeah. Dude, it is like it will get to the point where I go on a first date and I have to drop revelations on women. I have to be like, first thing is I have a blue PT Cruiser. It's convertible. And I've done my best to put cool tribal tattoos on the outside of it.
Yeah. No, the wood. You need the wood panel. You
Dude,
ever
I
seen PTs?
asked him that. I was like, is it coming with the wood panel? Because that's a plus for me.
Yeah, you look like Beach Boy McGee.
Yeah, then I could almost do like a spin-off El Camino album called El Defino.
Oh,
dude.
yes.
Let's go.
Yes. I'm a patty boy. I'm a patty boy. I don't know another song off El Camino.
Yeah, there's.
I only know some of the Black Keys albums.
Toes on the ceiling.
I can't lie. James, get in my bed. It's on the ceiling. Newsom bed. Always upside down.
Ain't no doubt. But
It's news from bed. News from bed.
Yeah, so I have to make a decision here, James, because I was kind of like perusing some other cars here. And
I love looking at cars on Craigslist, and it'll just be like an old boot with like a wheel taped to it.
Yeah,
And they're like $11,000.
$11,000.
I love like
comes
contacting
with the
these
laces.
people. Like I was trying to buy a coffee table from a guy on Facebook Marketplace, and he had like a weird attitude, and I was like, honestly, I really wanted to buy your coffee table, but your attitude is too bad. I'm just gonna pass.
I know it's literally staining the coffee table. Like the more you act like this, I can visually see stains.
I'm just
on
gonna hate. It's like if you have a kid with someone that you hate, then you look at the kid and you're like, it's stained with that.
Yeah, why did I ever love that coffee table?
Yeah, no, I told the guy, I was like, yeah, you have like a weird attitude about this. Because like I was like, is it still available? And he was like, if it's posted, it's still available.
Oh my god.
And I was like,
hate that.
I don't know that you're on top of it, man.
Yeah.
Do you know how many jobs I've applied to in the past 4 years and they're not even open anymore?
Right.
They're like 3 years old and I've spent like 15 to 25 minutes applying to it.
Dude, it's so annoying when people, and it's like you're selling a coffee table. Most normal people who are nice and friendly and not like a complete psycho will either A, give that coffee table away, or B, just put it in their lawn. You know, like the fact that you're putting it on Facebook Marketplace, you should be thrilled that someone would go out of their way to message you and be like, yeah, I could see myself putting my feet on that, I guess. Like, I think that's crazy,
Dude just
dude.
bothered me, dude. And he was like, and he apologized. He was like, I'm sorry. I was like, all right. This is like a weirdly tender moment with a stranger on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, this is like an episode of Franklin.
Yeah. It's an episode of Hey Arnold. Hey Coffee Table.
Hey, here's a little thing I posted, James, because I'm like looking to meet people and like have a good time.
So you
and
posted something on the internet.
So
looking for loose cooch.
I'm hitting.
Hit me up at News from Bed.
I'm hitting like that phase where I'm older, where I'm like, I'm not gonna just meet people.
You're in your head because you went to a wedding and you're like seeing all your friends get married.
I watched, dude. Everyone was in love at this wedding. Everyone's loving each other.
Yeah.
It does make me a little sad, but I will say, I was getting my photo taken, and one of the photographers who looked just like that girl from Bad Friends.
Oh, June? What's her name?
The little one.
His niece?
Yeah. June.
Jules. Jules in the house. What's up? This is going to be a tough one, guys.
Jules was looking at me, and she kept going, "You look so good in that suit."
She said that?
I was getting hit on by a little Asian girl.
Really?
And this is so funny.
I call that your Tokyo Dreams, baby. Yeah. That's not even a reference. Tokyo Dreams is just something I just said.
Yeah.
You ever think about that?
It's kind of like Tokyo Drift.
I guess.
But this is, you know how my brain works. When someone says something like that, I'm like, hey, does anyone have a spare ring laying around? Why don't we turn this wedding into a double wedding? You know,
let's get the deuce.
So I
double it up.
In my head, when she said that, I was like, okay.
You were like, box it up.
Later in the night, when the dance floor opens up,
I'm going to dance with the photographer.
I'm going to wait until she's taking a photo and extend my arm to dance with her.
Yes.
I was like,
preventing her from doing the job she's being paid.
I was going to spin her around.
And she just has several blurry photos while she's being spun. And then they're all of you.
It's just me going
with a gun and a knife.
With chopsticks.
Jules in the house.
Jules.
Box it up.
But in my head, I was like, I'm going to have this big romantic thing with this photographer.
And she's just making out with the groom. You thought you were gonna have a moment, and turns out your friend is cheating on his wedding day. What the hell?
Oh my
God!
god,
Patty, I can never catch a break.
Oh man,
Oh, Patty.
he gets 2 weddings. But it was a great wedding. But yeah, I wanted to like bring her in, kind of flip her around, and do like a little thing, flip her around.
I'm like a pancake.
Shouldn't have said that. Yeah, but
You just start kicking her like a hacky sack.
yeah, I got like 2 sticks. I'm like spinning her around,
Yeah, like a plate.
Yeah. But it never manifested because every time I tried to like make a face at her, she wasn't even looking at me. So,
You had to be more photogenic. She needed to be taking
well,
photos of you all
dude,
night.
she was before the wedding. She was in love with taking photos of me.
Really?
She was like, I just can't get enough, and she kept saying stuff like, "Oh, Patty, you look so good, Patty,
Yeah, but Patty, what do you think? I'm not trying to pop your bubble.
Who?
I'm not something that you need to ask who to. I'm not talking about a person. I'm not trying to burst your bubble. And you said who? Like an old woman with dementia.
Yeah.
Who's bursting bubbles? I got to high school with him. No, but like, what if it's a little bit of like a stripper thing? Like, what if it's like she does that with all the guys? You look so handsome.
James.
James.
I don't think so.
I
don't think so, dude.
Okay.
Because she wasn't doing it with the other guys. She wasn't like, hey, Jeff, nice pocket protector. God. But she didn't say anything to anyone else. She was like, it was almost like she only knew my name. And I kept being funny.
Well, you wear that name tag all the time.
I did tell her like at one point because she kept taking photos.
I love you.
I was like, by the end of this wedding, you're gonna have to buy a new camera. What
does that mean?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
I thought
like you're so handsome it breaks the camera.
I thought yes. That's what
ridiculous.
That's what.
A high concept thing to say. By the end of this night, you're gonna need a new camera.
That's what I wanted it to come off like, but it sounded like I'm so ugly, I'm gonna break your camera. Because I told her, like, I'm gonna have to. I'll pay for it. That's what I said. I'll pay for it because I'm rich.
Oh, really? So you said a very confusing thing, and then you bragged about being rich.
Yeah. So
I got a foot podcast. I got money to spare.
Mm-hmm. That's like a go-to thing I do when I'm on a date, and I'll buy him like a scone. I'll be like,
"Yeah,
it's
I'm
fine.
rich."
I'm fucking rich."
Really? That's what you say? Yeah. But you're kidding, right?
Of course I'm kidding. They always laugh because they're like, "Ah, ha, ha," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not."
She's like, "Ha ha ha." She's texting on her phone. She's like, "Target is vulnerable." He's rich, guys. I'm going to be able to steal so much money from him.
Yeah.
She comes over here and sees your bright lights facing your bed. She's like, "Oh no,
oh my god,
he's rich from OnlyFans,
super rich."
Yeah. He's so cool, dude. His bedroom has these awesome lights. She thinks these are like really cool lamps.
Yeah, these are like tanning lights.
Yeah, well, he's so tan.
He tans when he sleeps.
That's so cool. She imagines
so cool.
you put these on while you sleep. The lights are off in here right now.
He's so cool. He leaves lights on when he goes to sleep. Yeah,
because he's scared.
But so anyway, love was coursing through my veins, James. And I've been like, I don't know, just trying to put my foot out there more. I'm like, I'm getting a car.
You need to not put. You need to put out your feet less.
I need to retract.
This might actually be hurting your
need to
romantic.
retract.
What a nice young man. Let me Google him. Oh my god!
Yeah. But I was like, all right, I need to like, I want to make some more friends. Because here's the thing:
I
is
scooted up, then you scooted up. Alpha you.
Whatever.
I have a girlfriend. Alpha you again.
I was like, James is a good friend of mine, but
Okay.
like, I need some more friends. You know, I need to like meet some more people.
You only need me, man. Don't I take?
I
up
need
enough?
some more. You take up enough of this bed.
Hey,
Let's say that.
less than I did 6 weeks ago.
6 weeks.
6 weeks ago.
What about Six in the City? And it's just about a 6.
There's a show called
like-
Noah's Ark. Have you ever heard of it? It's Sex in the City, but it's about 6 gay black men. It's the exact same show, except it's all about the scenarios as if they happen to 6 gay black
Why is it called
guys.
Noah's Ark?
I don't fucking know. No idea. Like HBO's Girls. It's called Girls. It's about girls.
Right.
Like, it's great. Perfect name. Noah's Ark. What's it about? It's about like Noah built. No, it's about 6 gay black guys and
even if it was about like 4 different couples called Noah's Ark, I would understand that.
Yeah, it's like the end of the world.
Yeah, it'd be like, the white couple, there's the polar bears.
Oh,
The Asian couple, there's
the chickens. It's not really racist.
I was going to say capuchin monkeys.
Oh, that's fine. So, okay. Well, then you already used monkeys.
There's the black people. There's the what are we going to say?
Alfalfa sprouts.
Should we say rhinoceros?
Yeah, maybe we could say beautiful lions.
Because as soon as I hit the button, it's confirmed.
It immediately mails the transcript to Congress.
We need to find an animal that
won't offend
the black people.
Okay, I got an idea. Armadillos.
That's good. All right, on 3.
So you see the black, people in the show,
and they're like,
oh, it's 2 armadillos. That's called walking the tightrope.
That's called clean comedy.
You guys like clean comedy? You ever seen Tires?
Ever seen that?
Hey, let me tell you, I like my tires dirty and my comedy clean. I don't like my tires clean and my comedy dirty.
That's kind of true.
Hey, Tires, that show's pretty underwhelming.
That show is wrong.
Do you like that show? I didn't really like that show.
I couldn't get into it because I don't like seeing stand-ups act. It like drives me nuts.
Well, Shane just looks like he's Shane in a show.
Yeah.
He's like, whoa, I can't believe I'm here in a show right now.
His name is Shane, too, in the show. I didn't realize that till I watched the new trailer.
I think if you do a show, I think, in my opinion, there should be like some reality stuff in it. Like people kind of capture that with like improv, but I feel like comedians would be better served doing a show where it's like they like decide some sort of set piece, like the tires are on fire or something. This is just an example. And then you just film them, like just react as if the tires are on fire. Or just like film them like sitting there talking, and like one of your scenes is like a bit that was almost like a podcast of them talking.
That's a great thing you just said, James, which none of these writers are smart enough to even understand is why don't they have an episode where the tires are on fire? Like that's like the most obvious thing that they should be doing.
Why don't you go to one of your next little bits that you prepared for me, by the way?
Okay. Well, as I said, I'm getting a little lonely.
I was like, can you prepare something for this week? I just said, nah. I said, nah. You do it. Let's talk about your car and your fucking loneliness.
Yeah. So I'm trying to meet new people, and I recently.
What did you do to meet new people?
Well, James,
you posted on PT Cruiser Club.
I recently got accepted on Facebook to the St. Pete Social Club.
Whoa, exclusive.
Super exclusive.
How did you get accepted? Did you have to fill out an application?
I just asked. I said I requested to join.
How many guns do you own?
It took about 3 days, and they accepted me.
Yeah. How's it been in there?
Well, I just made my first post today.
Are you supposed to introduce yourself?
And it got approved. I don't have to introduce myself because there's 2,000 people.
What did you say? What did you say on this Facebook group?
This is what I said, James. I said, I can't even read this. What is this here? I said, is anyone here getting the Nintendo Switch 2? I was planning on starting a Mario Kart night if anyone's interested. You can even play as a cow in the new Mario Kart. Sounds zany and fun, right?
You look autistic, man. What? The first part's fine. The second part is insane.
James. So nobody.
You can even play as a cow in the new Mario Kart. Sounds zany and fun, right?
People are going to be like, which guy in the photo is
that? I hope it's not the guy on the left, which is me.
And I hope it's Alfred Molina, the guy on the right. I think I'm in this group, too. I can't believe I didn't see this.
I can't believe you didn't either. I've gotten no likes or responses.
Okay.
But I did see this kind of funny thing.
Yo,
and
what's going on tonight?
we're going to have to blur this lady's name out, but she said, does anyone know a dentist that will take pregnancy Medicaid? It's an emergency. So,
Like it.
I don't know.
Say no, but do you have a Nintendo Switch too?
I will like it.
Why did you like it?
I got to unlike it.
Put like a sad reaction. Like the little faces. Like put the tear.
I'm going to... I care.
She's like, well, at least someone cares.
It's so funny because
this was like
May
2 weeks
9th,
ago.
it's an emergency. So I think
And you finally cared. Fucking 2 weeks later.
so I don't know what
The
kind
next
of
post
emergency.
is June 17th, 2024. So nobody's posting in this group besides it's 5,000 people, and you asked them if anyone wanted to join your
Mario Kart, and nobody said anything.
Were you going to invite them over to your house?
So James, here was my little scheme.
Only invite the women that respond.
I was only going to invite the women. No, I was going to see who responded and then do a little bit of a Geek Squad assessment, you know? Like go through their profile, kind of take a look. Because you can gather a lot from someone just based on their Facebook.
Yeah.
And if there was any girls, they're in. That's it.
If there's any guys, you got to have feminine hips.
You do have to have, you can't be cooler than me. Because this worked for me when I was in college. I was in a group that we had this big final project, and I just so happened to be the most like masculine guy in that project.
Love that.
Which you could imagine who else was in there. You know, not a lot of Mark McGuire's in there.
It was mostly all 4 guys from Weezer types.
Yes. But they were all smaller than me, so that was nice. So I was kind of like the funny jockey guy in that group.
Yeah.
Which is funny to describe me as a jock. Yeah, because
I imagine in college all you did was survive off of Big League Chew. It's like all you did. And you're spitting like you have like tobacco, but it's just Big League Chew.
But I'm just struggling to like blow a bubble. You just see like my tongue like kind of pushing through the gum. I'm just like... Yeah, I need more Big League Chew in there.
Some famous actor invented Big League Chew. I don't know if you knew that.
What?
And he, as a child, he invented Big League Chew and then went on to become an actor.
Was it Chewbacca?
That's it.
So yeah,
That's all we need to talk about that.
I'm gonna grab
Kurt Russell? I think Kurt Russell invented Big League Chew.
There's no way.
Google Big League Chew.
Okay. There's no way it's Kurt Russell who invented it.
All right. If I'm right, you have to suck my toes on camera.
Who invented Big League Chew? Who's this? Rob Nelson? Rob Nelson. Big League Chew was invented by Rob Nelson, a former Cornell University baseball pitcher and player for the Portland Mavericks. The idea came to him while sitting in the bullpen. He then collaborated with Todd Field.
So I'm just wrong. Fuck. No, Todd Field. I don't know who Todd Field is, but it's future filmmaker Todd Field.
Aha.
I don't know what movies he's made. I thought it was Kurt Russell.
Yeah, like it kind of it makes sense that I love how they're like, yeah, he invented bubble gum. Like bubble gum has been around.
No, he's like, what if it was really thin and
What if it was like
small,
strings?
like chop suey?
Have you ever had pretzel or potato sticks?
Yeah,
Those are pretty good.
I loved potato sticks as a kid.
It's like just more fried surface area.
There used to be a place when I went to college in Jacksonville called Shack Maui, who has since closed. They used to make quesadillas, and they had this like orange sauce and this green sauce, and they were like the 2 best sauces. They'd make quesadillas, and then they would put pretzel sticks on top with cheese.
Ooh, that's good.
It was some of the best high-end college food that I ever had. I thought it was incredible. It was like a beautiful experience.
Speaking of high, I think I'm gonna get high
Right now.
for the Patreon.
Really?
I think so.
All right, if you're good, I'll do it too.
I think that was if I'm good, if I'm like
you're good.
behaved. I mean, we've done an entire clean episode.
We're at the end?
We have 15 minutes left,
That's not the end.
but still, I think we can.
Also,
make it to the
not
end.
clean. Said a lot of stuff that kids should.
Yeah, what have we said here?
Let's think. We've been doing a 45-minute podcast. Let's take the last 15 minutes to recount everything you just heard. I don't know, man.
Oh,
How was it to have me drive you to the airport?
That was fun, dude. I'll tell you what, you did a good job driving me. It was nice getting picked up. You got to see me pick up my pants, my fresh new pants.
Yeah, if I was like, hey, before we go to the wedding, do you think it's possible if I could go pick up my new pants?
I needed them,
You need them tailored.
and they almost lost them. But do you ever,
in the wind because they're so big.
when I was at this, wedding, there's so much photography.
Patty's pants caught wind. Shut up. Patty's pants caught wind. and they're so big and it looked like a hot air balloon, and it actually safely nestled over Tropicana Field. The Rays are coming back to St. Pete.
Wow.
Because your pants
Yeah,
covered
yeah.
the awning that was destroyed.
My pants have allowed for a temperature-controlled stadium. That's how big they
That's
are.
how thick and large they are. Because I don't want you guys to think they stretched out thin.
No.
Was that worth insulting you for?
That was worth it. I did notice
After every bit we do, let's decide if it was worth it.
I did notice.
It's called James Donlan's comedy. Let's decide if it was worth it.
I have some of those Fabletic shorts, and I don't know if you have any of those, but they have like the
interior pocket.
the interior like tight
Yeah, how was it?
thing. I just realized yesterday from Google that I'm not supposed to be wearing underwear with them.
Oh, okay.
I'm supposed to not be wearing underwear.
Yeah.
So like all this time I've been putting them on, and they've been like dragging.
But you are supposed to be wearing a bra.
I'm supposed to be wearing a brassiere, yeah, a full
A girdle.
sports girdle bra.
He's like, can you come over, dude? I need someone to tighten my girdle.
I need someone to put me in the sarcophagus.
Remember in Pirates of the Caribbean 1 when they're tightening her, whatever. I think that's
And she's
her.
like, I can hardly breathe.
And then she passes out, falls in the water. Who saves her? Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow. And what's
This
his
man's
name?
a pirate. That's pretty good
Yeah,
impression.
that was
of guy.
pretty good.
This man's a pirate.
I can't. Is that the guy who like rides the ship? And
Yeah.
is kind of
And he like,
geek.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he like walks down. His best scene is when he dies. He's like walking through the ship all sad and everything's exploding around
Oh,
him.
well, that's a different guy, isn't it?
No, it's the same guy.
I thought that guy.
That guy was supposed to marry Elizabeth Swann, and then she ends up with Orlando Bloom, and so he has this like personal vendetta against Orlando Bloom and
Right.
Jack Sparrow.
That's not a different. Because isn't that other guy from the second movie?
It's the same guy.
Are you sure,
Patty, do you want to do this right now?
James? Should we do this right now?
Why don't you look up the name of that character
Okay.
and then look up the character that's in the first movie. Look up cast list Pirates of the Caribbean. Guys, isn't it weird that there's a great movie based on a theme park ride?
Wait, it's based on
It's
the ride?
based on the ride at Disney World.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? I don't think people realize that as much. That it's like they were making things like they have a Jungle Cruise movie. They have like they always
You're
wanted
talking
to-
about this guy, correct?
I believe I'm talking about that guy.
Let's get a nice look at this cast here.
Me and my friends used to drink rum in college and play the Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack.
That's a good fun time.
Oh yeah, we would play Liar's Dice, which is a great game. Great drinking game. You ever played Liar's Dice?
No.
So fun. They play it with Davy Jones. 4 fours.
Bootstrap Bill, you're a liar, and you'll spend eternity on this ship.
So
Kind of like the Davy Jones of your life in a way.
you are. You definitely have the highest CGI budget. James, who is this guy? Is it Jack Davenport?
No, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you're on this.
This is the
You
cast.
were in the Google part. That was better.
Was it?
Yeah, go back to the Google part.
Okay.
No, click on David Bailey. No, see, yeah, Jack Davenport. It was Jack Davenport.
So his name is what? James Norrington. So what's the second movie called? Because I know that scene you're talking about.
It's called Revenge of the Sith.
It's like
No, it's called
Davy Jones. I'm just gonna say 2 cast. How about that? Dead Man's Chest.
There is Jack Davenport. I believe he dies in the third one, though.
Is there? Oh, it's the third
I
one?
think he dies in the third one. The third one's great because I like when Keira Knightley takes over the Chinese pirate ship. She's like, I'm the king of China now.
Right.
I think he's less important. Naomi Harris, thank you for turning into a giant crab lady.
Oh yeah, she did do that. Wow.
No, it has to be said. Remember when we're in what's his name? Oh, what's fucking Barbosa? He's like, Calypso, I release thee from thy mortal bonds. And then the guy with one eye goes, no, it has to be said as if to a lover. And he goes up to Calypso and he goes like, he moves her Calypso weird greasy island lady hair and he goes, I'll release you from your mortal bonds. And she goes, and she turns into crabs.
Yeah.
I don't really know what the point of that scene is. I don't really know what she accomplishes. Look up James Norrington death scene.
I'm going to look up Jack Davenport.
Explodes.
Explodes.
This feels like a
Pirate of
Patreon.
the
Sorry,
Caribbean
guys.
3.
Potsy, you put number 3. Giving you as if that's like a phrase. The query Jack Davenport PTOC hashtag is likely a reference to the character Norrington in Pirates of the Caribbean, played by Jack Davenport. Dude, you hit the pound sign. You didn't put 3.
Oh,
See, that's him. That's him dying.
that is him.
At World's End, that's the third one.
See, I really thought this was a different guy. Why now, Google, when I zoom in, do you make it smaller?
Now, Google, I got a question for you. When I hit
Can you
zoom
answer
in,
me
do
that?
you think I want... Why? I like that there's a picture of him on Pinterest.
Yeah,
Like, what
what
are you
is
pinning
this?
that to? Death fantasy?
How do I watch this big? How do I watch this photo big?
I think the photo
This
is
is
small.
driving me crazy.
The photo is small. It was a screenshot
It is.
on an iPhone. Morning good.
Good.
I love Morning Good because it's like, what if there was a podcast that was just recorded on some guy's iPhone?
Welcome to Morning Good.
Yeah, he has a nice camera though.
He
Good,
knows
good
he's my friend.
tripod. He's got a much better tripod than the News from Bed studio has.
Are you kidding me? That tripod's made of solid gold.
Who? Morning Goods?
No, this one.
Oh, that one?
Well, solid gold just isn't that, structurally sound.
What if we took all the Patreon money and just got a $1,000 tripod? That would be pretty funny.
Then we'd owe $950 for the tripod.
Yeah.
That's what would happen if we took all the Patreon money. You play any disc golf recently?
Yes, I have, dude.
All right, moving on. What?
I played twice. I had my second highest score of all time the other day.
Really? But you're the one keeping score, so how do I know you're honest?
That's a very good question. And to be honest, I wasn't very honest, so.
Okay. What do you mean? You can't admit it.
Well, I hadn't played in a while, so
You're
the
like,
first 4 holes, I'll give myself I'll re-tee if I throw it really badly.
remember
but,
that comic in New York, Re-T Badly? I think he's on SNL now.
I think he is.
Introducing Re-T Badly.
What kind of bit would he be in?
He'd be like, okay, so we're all in every SNL sketch. It's like in a restaurant. It's like we're in a restaurant, but my character, he just keeps ordering bread, and everyone's like, that's too much bread. And then he ate all the bread, and I'm just eating bread, and they're like, Re-T, Nobel Prize.
You're the best I've ever. Yeah, Nobel Prize.
I made you watch an SNL bit recently, and I screamed at the screen. Watching things with
did.
me is really cool because I just scream over everything. I like to ruin people's naturalistic experiences by yelling.
But it was good to see because it's it was that classic. Colin Jost tells the jokes that
Michael Che writes.
Michael Che
does the jokes that Jost writes. They switch jokes.
They switch jokes, and they're like, "Let me be as racist as I can." To Colin Jost and to Michael Che, he goes, I want you to be as fentanyl as you can. And
he slips fentanyl in the jokes.
in the joke. Yeah.
I overdosed on comedy, man.
They should make an SNL sketch about fentanyl, I think.
They should tackle more hard-hitting issues.
Yeah.
I heard Mike Birbiglia, he was like, I was talking to an improv team during Black Lives Matter protest. And I was like, you guys have the opportunity to do the most pressing of the moment, current topical show every night. It's like, who wants to watch improv about police brutality?
Yeah. Who wants to do
What the
that?
fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
These people think that comedy, I think, I am starting to believe that comedy really is not that transformative.
It's not, dude.
This idea that it's it can really change things. It's no, it's all media and movies have mostly no effect on the culture.
Right.
Nobody watches a movie about racism. Like nobody watched 12 Years a Slave and was like, "Wow, I'm convinced slavery was bad."
Right.
So everyone's like, "Wow, that was horrible to watch. That was really sad."
Yeah, like what would they like? I guess they could have like Bowen Yang be like
Crying.
he could be like selling one of the guys fentanyl, you know?
Hey man, I got you some of that weed you got. I want to go to SNL and just pitch like
Chinese.
drama short drama scenes with no punchlines.
Yeah.
That would be really funny if they just started having one sketch a night that was just extremely serious with no bits and everyone's like laughing in the crowd. At, like,
I think that
weird
would do
parts.
better. I
Of
think it would be
course.
funnier.
Dude, doing weird shit like that is cool. I saw something interesting. Maybe we talked about this already, but like that new Marvel movie came out and it was called The Thunderbolts with like
Yes.
an asterisk. And then the movie came out and they're like, it's called The New Avengers because like that's something that's like revealed in the plot, I guess.
Oh, so that's the new Avengers now?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know anything about it, but I think it is cool to release a movie with an asterisk on the title. And I thought it was just going to be like, yeah, sure, we'll call him this. But then they're like, no, it's like a thing we planned because now there's posters that say The New Avengers.
Oh, so they're like, this is like a placeholder.
They like changed the name after the first weekend of the movie being out. On
Let
the
me
posters,
tell you
I thought that
what.
was cool. I thought that was a cool marketing.
They must have stole that idea from News from Bed. If you remember,
Untitled podcast.
it used to be called the Untitled Podcast, and it was a podcast in bed about the news, and people were like,
I have an idea. Did you start the Untitled podcast after you had already been doing the TikToks of News from Bed? Why do you have your finger on the button? Did you think I was going to say something like poignant?
you got to be ready. I think I started it like immediately after, like
So
pretty
you
short
had-
after. I don't really remember.
I thought you
There
had
might have been a
done-
little overlap.
Didn't you? Did you do a year of daily jokes on the News from Bed? You did it for a
I
year.
think I did 100 straight days.
Oh, okay. I
which
knew it was
felt
like a big
year.
number. I knew it was like you did like something.
Yeah, I don't know if I gained respect for guys like Dan Carney and who else makes videos all the time?
The
Everyone?
Good Friday guys or whatever. Friday beers.
Friday Beers and like Ethan Mead. I don't know if he does videos all the time. Momo, exactly. I gained respect for those guys. I was like, it's hard to make a video every day and come up with a thing. But I also felt like 9 times out of 10, I was putting something out there that was just like bad. I was going to use a bad word, but then I remember we're doing a clean episode. And
What
then
did
you
it
look
start
at
with?
everyone's content and you're like, oh yeah, people just put out bad stuff a lot.
Right.
Like even every News from Bed is not going to be a big walloping heavy hitter, and that's like once a week. And we're at least, you know, like
Trying.
a little bit. So it's like I don't think that world is built for me, you know.
I don't like it. People say like, oh, well, you got to post like stand-up clips. I'm like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I do stand up because I think it's really cool to do something like weird in like a small room for like a crowd of like a smaller size. I honestly don't have that much interest in performing to like theaters and arenas or like getting my stand up out there so I can go like perform in like a 700 like of course I want to make money. I'll do whatever the fuck once money comes along. But it's like I don't care to share my bits on the internet. I feel like it degrades it. I feel like it's I would rather make videos and clips from other things. Like that's what the benefit of having like a podcast with you is like,
Yeah.
oh, we can just like put out clips of the podcast and I don't have to like sacrifice the thing that I
Right.
feel like you got to protect something. This idea that we all have to like bare our souls and put every piece of content and everything that you come up with as an idea needs to be a thing. I just don't believe in it. I just don't
No.
believe that that's like something interesting or fun.
There is something though, James, that I do believe we need to do for this podcast.
What?
And I got this idea because I was on Instagram and I saw this do you remember that thing, High Heels and Punchlines?
No. What was that?
It was
The
like
show?
Hannah Gerlander, Wolfgang Hunter's girlfriend.
Okay.
It's her and another girl
That didn't help me know
who I
she
was very attracted to, by the
you said
way.
her
Something
name
about
was
her, like, but
Okay.
I think it's like the way she talks or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
could-
move on.
Okay. So
But,
you've given the name of the show, and so they can find out who
They
the
can find
woman
out who it
that you
is.
didn't name is.
But anyway, they posted a thing where they did a little photo shoot in a laundromat, and it was like just 2 girls having fun, you know?
Okay. So you want to do a photo shoot in a laundromat?
I want to do a photo shoot
in
a mattress store. Yes.
I knew you were gonna go there.
And I think we have fun things where I'm like hitting you with the pillow.
Oh, we could absolutely do that.
And we're jumping around. And then the last one is like the guy chasing us out.
Oh,
of
okay,
there,
so we're
you
not
know?
supposed to be.
Yeah, so we're like kind of overstepping
Yeah,
our
yeah.
bounds a little bit.
We could definitely ask Kevin to take photos of us. He does portraits,
Yeah, that would be sick.
right? I think you're right. I think we should get a photo.
We need
shoot.
we need some like
we need something.
we need like a press kit, you know?
Yes. You know, I nominated us for an award.
Right. And what are we gonna do if we win the award? We don't have photos.
Yeah.
We need like to get this to we win the award.
We win the award. They watched 3 episodes ago and they're like, well, I don't know.
I can't do
I
this.
don't know
yeah.
if they should. Oh, but their headshots are so
Their
nice.
headshots are so juicy and shiny.
Yeah, dude. And yeah, photo shoots are so funny.
I think that would be great. I think we could really get one good too.
I went and did a photo shoot when I first started at the radio station down here. They did an incredible job. It's some of the worst photos of me. Like,
Oh,
I just
really?
don't. Like, I've had really great photo shoots where I'm like, what was that guy? John and his camera would come to Aggressively Chill and take just incredible photos. Of all of us.
Incredible, yeah.
I look back on those photos. First of all, we all look very different. Why do we look so different?
You have this crazy perception of everyone looking different. I think everyone looks the same.
Okay, I guess.
I know, like, we get fatter and skinnier as time
Maybe
goes
that's
on.
it. Maybe that's it.
But, like, I think we look pretty much the same. Every photo of you I've ever seen, including times I've seen you in person and not in person, you've looked the same to me.
Maybe I have
all I can
body
say.
dysmorphia.
I think you do, and I think I have the opposite.
You think you look what?
I have body looks goodya. You know, I see myself in the mirror. I'm like, this guy
Remember that
is a
comic in
hot
New York?
bucket of chicken.
Body looks good to you.
Yeah. Introducing.
Body looks good to you.
How about a show about my body and we show off my body?
Yeah. I'm ripped, so I want to play Donald Trump, and he's just like at the grocery store, and it's like we make
And they're
him
like,
try to
Pete-
buy
Pete
eggs.
Davidson. Pete Davidson, what are you doing here?
No, my name's
So
Bob.
imagine
He
he's
looks
at like
good
the
to ya.
grocery store, and I get to fuck like a hot model or something.
Oh, hi. I'm Pete Davidson.
I'm fucking Pete David. I guess I'm on fucking heroin now. Is that what the word on
Hey,
the
Joe
street
Pesci,
is?
can you be in my show nobody watched?
Yeah, can you be on the show where I come on my mom?
Okay,
Sorry,
hey,
clean show.
hey, Joe Pesci, can you come be on my show? Does it come on his mom?
Yeah, he does.
I didn't see that. When?
The opening scene of that show, he's whacking off, and his mom walks down the steps. He turns around, busts on her chest. No joke. That's in a TV show.
That's in the show.
It's in a show.
That's not.
And
funny.
it's like,
that's not funny at all.
it's not funny. It's disgusting.
That woman's been through enough. Didn't her husband die in 9/11?
9/11, yeah.
And then you're making her portrayed by an actress getting cum on the tits.
Yeah, and let me tell you what, his plane did not miss those 2 towers either. Kinda. Let me just say the Jews didn't arrive to the tits that morning.
I don't know what that means.
We're at the end here, dude. Thank you guys
Time
very
flies,
much.
right?
We'll see you on the Patreon where maybe I'll be a little high, or maybe I'll do it live on the show. But either way,
Hey
see you
guys, thanks
later.
for coming out.
Follow us.
Thanks for letting us hit
subscribe.
1,000. If you watch to the end of the episode, I genuinely appreciate the opportunity to do a podcast for you guys. And,
For sure.
And the fact that more people are coming in and joining, very cool. And I think Patty puts a lot of work into this, and I appreciate all the work Patty does. And I do some work, and we're just trying to make a good show for you. So the fact that you guys are enjoying it, it means something's working. So
right.
you're just validating us to keep it moving, and thanks for the support.
Hell yeah. Patreon.com/news from bed. We'll see you there. Bye-bye.
Welcome to Morning Gill.